Hey guys, this is Tara Macklin. I'm a wife, a mom, an athletic trainer, and a PCOS thriver, and I'm here to talk to you guys today about the no poo method. Yeah, I said it, no poo, and I'm not talking like no poo like number 2. I'm talking like no poo for your hair. So no shampoo method for washing your hair, and I actually love this. I think one, again, of the under discussed things with PCOS is talking about endocrine disruptors, and a lot of conventional shampoos, you can find some of that information out there. There's ingredients in them that are endocrine disruptors. Think about it, you're washing your hair every day, and then of course all the other things that we put on our bodies and the things that we wash our clothes with, all those things to some capacity is getting absorbed into your body, and you already have a hormonally disrupted system because of your PCOS. So for me personally, why throw more gas on the fire? I don't need that. So eliminating and going with the no poo route has been great. I've actually struggled with some of the other shampoos out there that are safer to use. You'll see a lot of like sulfate free or paraben free. Those are pretty common. Again, make sure you guys are flipping over the bottle and reading the label on the back side of those bottles, because the stuff on the front is just propaganda. So make sure you're doing your due diligence and your research if you're really looking for something conventional. But I've preferred the no poo method because, one, it's inexpensive, guys. Like, who doesn't have some of these products in their home? And we'll talk about some of that. My method that I really like to use, baking soda. So one thing that's great about baking soda is it will absorb the extra oil, which my hair is like super oily, and since switching to this method, I really haven't had a huge problem with overly oily hair, and I do work out, so it's pretty natural for your body when you sweat and just as you've gone on for it to create its natural oils, which is why we usually go in and use conventional shampoo. The sulfates strip that away. We put conditioner in, which is full of silicone to help kind of encapsulate it and create moisture in our hair. But then that silicone also just starts the oily process all over again, and it's just a vicious cycle. So kicking that all to the curb, not having to worry about what that's affecting in my body. Baking soda is great to absorb that. So what I will do is I will get a container just like this, and you can just go over to like the sample section. A lot of times these little containers are in that section of whatever store you shop at, and I will put a little piece on here so that way I can get the baking soda into the bottle easier. But I put about a tablespoon inside the bottle. You may need to adjust that, and you'll just have to experiment with that like I did. I think I actually read a blog and she uses way more baking soda than I do, so just make the adjustments. And honestly, I really don't even measure it anymore, but I did bring a measuring spoon just for reference of about a tablespoon. So I just kind of scoop it in. I know about where that fills up in my bottles, and that's where I stop it at. But when you go hop in the shower, you're going to fill it up with warm water. So just the warm water that I'm running in my shower. I don't do anything special with that. There are some people that will put oils in there with it. Rosemary is an essential oil that has been linked with promoting hair growth. So that is something that you can look into and decide if you want that in there. I personally don't put an oil in with my baking soda. That is one suggestion that came up with the blog. Also, like, I think it was like lavender and cedarwood were some of the other suggestions. If that's something that you're looking into, please make sure that you do some homework on the company you're buying your essential oils from. Don't just go out and buy the junky stuff, because there is a lot of fake product out there, or people that are claiming their products have essential oils in them, and it's just fake perfume. So it's not going to serve your hair. So if you feel safer skipping that step and it's not necessary for the no poo method, feel free to do that, because I don't put that in there in mine. So I will put the tablespoon in, get the warm water, shake that up in the shower, and I'm just squirting it over the roots of my hair, and then I will sit there once it's all in there and I will work it in. And for me, and I don't know if it's just because I haven't washed my hair with traditional shampoo in so long, it almost kind of suds underneath my fingers a little bit, which again, this is going to be a big adjustment. If you're using traditional shampoo, you're going to be used to like soapy bubbles and lather, and you don't get the same kind of lather that you're getting. And in fact, it'll even be a little bit different if you're just coming out of that, because the baking soda is going to kind of work to get some of that stuff that's in your hair out of your hair. But I do prefer this method, bar none. I've not washed my hair any other way for at least over a year, and I absolutely love it. So, another thing with PCOS women that they may notice, and this did happen to me for a little bit, is hair fallout. Now think about it. If you've ever used baking soda to clean for anything, you're using it as a scrubbing agent, right? So if you get enough baking soda in here and rub in here, it's gonna knock some of those hairs loose, and you might see a little bit extra hair falling out. I'm going to stress right now, do not let that worry you, because that hair that you're losing is hair you were gonna lose anyways. Hair goes into what's called a natural resting period, and when that hair is in that natural resting period, there's nothing you can do to keep that in there. That hair's already been through the damage, its story's already been written, it was gonna come out. So don't stress. But this method will help you in the long run in about maybe, say about 3 to 6 months max. You'll start seeing that you're not knocking out as much of that hair. Now, I'm not saying that I wash my hair like this every day, so also don't let that stress you out. I honestly only wash my hair about once a week, which might sound a little crazy. I just rinse my hair out if I've been through a workout, if it's not my day to wash my hair. I also use dry shampoo if I'm having like an extra greasy day, which that's not very common. It is, for me at the time of this video, it's summertime, so I do maybe use it a little bit more in the summertime, but in the winter months, it's not a problem at all. So, so that's washing. The other part of that is going to be the conditioning part. And so there's a lot of methods with that. And I've tried a few of them, and I don't know that I really have a favorite yet. I've done the apple cider vinegar. So you get like a spray bottle and you'll fill like half of it. And you want to get like the good apple cider vinegar that has the mother in it. But you're going to shake that up, get some of that mother mixed in there, pour half your spray bottle with that, and then get more of it with the distilled water, and then you'll spray that just on the lower half of your hair where you tend to be drier. You don't want to put it up here in the roots or it'll get you super oily. And then you can let that sit in your hair. You can continue to do other things in the shower and rinse it out. And then that should help out with the smell. I just was still getting a lot more oil than what I was liking, and oddly enough, I also switched then from there to an oil method where you're just putting like a grapeseed oil in the ends of my hair, and I've enjoyed that a little bit. That's actually worked out really well for me. And then I've also done a method where I'm just taking a non-silicone safe conditioner, and it is actually normally like a wash-in type of conditioner, but I've just put a little bit in my hands and I've used it like a leave-in conditioner, which is what I used to do before. And I really like that method as well. And I'm not worrying about potentially getting oil on my clothes, which that's kind of why I tried this other method to see how it works. I'll give you feedback when I get there and kind of weigh that all out. But there are different ways to condition, so know that is out there. And also real quick, just to talk about supplies that I use. So I love ponytails a lot in my life. I use them a lot. So I'm gonna put a link down here for these hair ties that my hairstylist actually suggested I switch to, because they're not like a rubber band or elastic type. Elastic types will suck up the moisture in your hair and it will leave it to break, which I do have a lot of like ends because I get a lot of new growth. That's pretty common for me, but I was also getting a lot of breakage, and she used to be able to see where that breakage was at and where my ponytail will commonly sit. So that has improved since I've switched up my hair tie. The other thing is when you are switching over to a no poo method, your hairbrushes may need to change. So when your hair is wet, You can buy like a bamboo brush that has like the wider pieces on there. Don't get the ones that have the balls on the ends because your hair will wrap around it. Or you could switch over to like a wide tooth comb, which is what I've chosen to do currently. I do have a bamboo brush on my wish list for my upcoming birthday. And then the other thing would be a boar brush. So the bristles are boar hair, and that's actually like, that was more of the common style of hairbrushes like back before we've changed over a lot of how we do things with products and stuff like that. You know, back when people were maybe only washing their hair like once a month or once a week, which I know is hard for many of us to imagine. So using those kind of brushes help kind of redistribute the oil that you might be getting during the week when you brush your hair. So use something like that to kind of also help buffer out between washes. But I'm not someone that washes my hair every day. It also helps keep my hair a little bit healthier, and having that no poo method has been really helpful as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're finding this information helpful, and please feel free to share this if you know anyone who's interested in the no poo method. Share this on with somebody else and see if this will help them out as well. And I look forward to talking to you guys again soon.